Well, not so much the most out of the IoT, but me as the security director, I need to say, and I actually, it's my duty to say, what you see in general with most waves in the industry, and definitely also with the IoT, is that people, and I heard actually over lunch that there were people saying it was the same in this conference. They say, oh, you should start without a business plan, just implement it and see if it works. That's in general how you see new developments. You see, so now in IoT, but before you saw it when banking went to the internet, you saw it when industrial automation became with internet technology, right? The automation of factories, but also of bridges and of infrastructure. The people developing that are happy that it works, and they forget to implement the best practices. Best practices as in implementing security. Most of the security incidents and problems you nowadays see happening or actually see published in the newspapers are all things which could have easily been prevented. But because the developers of the service or of the product don't think about all the lessons learned from the past, they don't implement them, and then easy mistakes are made, like the password the same as the user ID, or easy to guess, no encryption, no access control when you access something, and then it hits the newspaper and everybody says, oh, how was that possible? Well, it was possible because the developers of the service or the implementers of the service didn't look at the best practices. So going forward, the critical skill is actually technically something like a historian. You need to, IT, I've been working in the IT for 30 years, but IT exists now 50 to 60 years. You see all these cycles, a lot of things have already been developed and lessons learned. New and young is good for getting things started, but the lessons learned from the past, the best practices from the past, you need them also for the future to build system. And then without going into a level where you do so much analysis that you don't dare to release anymore. Releasing systems or business means risk, so you need to take risks, but the ignorance which now it sometimes is done, that should be out of the system, because there's no need for it. Just by learning from the past, you can implement better systems for the future.